Taryn. I'm a sophomore and I'm doing business right now as my major. In high school, our sex ed was mostly just covering like STDs and pregnancy and that kind of thing. It was mostly just like the bad things that can happen if you have sex. It wasn't necessarily like abstinence, but they just kind of talked about like the implications of sex. They didn't really necessarily tell you how to like protect yourself or how to be safe about it. It was just about like STDs and pregnancy for the most part. I feel like there was a lot that was left unsaid because they didn't want to promote having sex, so they kind of just talked about why you shouldn't. So I didn't know anything about birth control, and neither did any of my friends in high school, because we didn't know if it was a bad thing to do or like what it would do to your body or what it implied. And like all that I knew about before I went to a gynecologist was pills, and that was very vague. Like I didn't know what the pills were, like if they were hormones. Like I had no idea what they did to your body, but all I knew is you could take birth control pills. I think that it doesn't cover sexual assault in any way or sexual harassment, and I think that that's something that a lot of girls in middle school and high school face and don't necessarily even know what they're facing because it's so common. And I mean, like when I was in middle school, I remember boys being really inappropriate and like touching and whatever, and I remember feeling guilty, like I had done something wrong, like I was dressed the wrong way. And I feel like a comprehensive sex education would have an element that would cover what sexual harassment is and how you should look for it and what your reproductive rights are and how you should stand up for those. I think it made me feel like less in control of my body in a way. I think it does that for a lot of girls because all that sex ed teaches you is that you make babies. It doesn't teach you about anything else, or the implications of being a woman in a culture that's sort of a rape culture. Like it doesn't teach you any of the implications of being a woman in that sort of environment.